Missouri, Kentucky, 2.5-point road favorites, 43.5 the total. I'd be weary about laying points on the road with Kentucky in this spot because that was one of those losses where you're just so stunned by it. It like leaves you in a catatonic state. Like we expected to compete at the very least against, albeit one of the best teams in the country, and we were totally not even in the game. They got absolutely destroyed, 44-6 by Tennessee. And that kind of loss, when you're trying to measure up and you're trying to show how good you can be against, one of the better teams, and people kept pumping your tires saying you're one of the better teams in the SEC this year, and you get humbled like that. I have concerns about a hangover for Kentucky this week against a Missouri team that Conor Mack, as I said, cashed a ticket with them against South Kakalaki on Saturday. I said, I think they could beat South Carolina. I don't trust South Carolina as favorites. 23-10 victory. The problem for Missouri is anytime they've played someone decent or good in this conference, they've lost. That's the one thing that might hold me back from taking Missouri, but I'd be scared to lay points with Kentucky. I don't know where their mentality is right now after that loss against Tennessee. That's humbling. That's a game where you thought, we think we can stack up against Tennessee or at least be competitive. It was like men against boys Saturday with that game against Tennessee. Will Levis was awful. 3 interceptions. Take a seat, my friend. Your draft stock's taken a nosedive after that game, as far as I'm concerned. They couldn't run the ball with Rodriguez. The defense, which was supposed to be pretty solid for Kentucky, was shredded by Hendon Hooker in the passing game. Couldn't contain Jalen Hyatt, who's been destroying all kinds of secondaries. Just ask Alabama a few weeks ago. They got Cedric Tillman back. They're just potent as all get out, and Kentucky had no clue how to stop them. None, zero. Off a bye week, too. Very disappointing for Kentucky. I ain't laying points with them on the road here. Doesn't mean I'm on Missouri, but I'm scared about Kentucky's psyche after that game. What do you think, C-Mac?
Yeah, can Kentucky bounce back? You mentioned it. That was the shit roll downhill, the interceptions with it. I think they were about to score on that one and got picked. It would have cut it to 6 or 7. And it just was on from there. And they were already up 30-7 by then. You know what I have to say, though? Kudos to Missouri. This team's playing good defense, Ian. I mean, Georgia's the only team that's put 26 on them. That's the highest all year. And we know this Georgia team. So
that was a struggle to get to 26 for them in that game.
Hey, yeah. So look at Missouri a little bit. This seems like an okay spot for Kentucky, but I don't know how good it is. They're not at home. They got to go back out here on the road. So, yeah, just a difficult. And I like the under. I mean, obviously, we have a low total here. I think Kentucky, Missouri's offense still, I don't think is very good with Cook. But, yeah, man, I like their defense. I lean under, and I'm going to stay off the side here. I think this could be a dogfight.